going to the FX Summit to meet a bunch of amazing traders, just to network with a bunch of people in the industry. I literally just went and purchased us both tickets to Dubai. I'm about to go surprise him with tickets at the gym. Did I wake him up or what? I want to be like nice, he's gonna like jump. Yo.
Good morning. How are you?
I did have a bigger stop loss than usual, but it was needed and I'm glad I did.
I want to come break down this trade I took on Jared 30 that went 1 to 15 risk to reward.
Alright guys, so I'm going to the FX Summit this year in Dubai. I am so excited. I've always wanted to go to the FX Summit, but I've also always wanted to go to Dubai. I feel like Dubai is one of those places you don't go to unless you have a reason, but we got a reason. We're going to the FX Summit to meet a bunch of amazing traders, just to network with a bunch of people in the industry, as well as just get content, have a great time in a place like Dubai. But you already know, I don't want to go alone. I want to have someone come with me for moral support, as well as get content with me, all that type of stuff. And all you guys know my trainer, Steve. You guys have seen him in some other videos. Me and him have gone super close over the past couple months. He doesn't just help me at the gym or with my diet or whatever. We actually hang out a lot outside of the gym, and he's just an amazing person. So Steve let me know he hasn't traveled like that before, and I feel like it'd be so cool to bring him along. So I literally just went and purchased us both tickets to Dubai. I'm about to go surprise him with the tickets at the gym. He's gonna be super surprised. He already let me know that he'd be down to go. It's not like I just bought him out of nowhere. So I bought the tickets. I'm gonna go surprise him right now at the gym. Stay tuned for his reaction. I bet he's gonna freak out. It'll be really cool. We're gonna go surprise him right now. Let's go. All right guys, we just go to the gym, but let's go see if he's excited. Guys, look who we found. If your trainer isn't just outed like this 24/7, you're not working hard enough. Did I wake him up or what? I want to be like nice, he's gonna like jump. Yo.
Good morning. How are you?
Yo. So G?
Shut up, Luca. Oh my god.
Your trainer, hey, you're not working hard enough. He ain't sleeping in between sessions.
I've been on that spot, man.
There we go.
Money don't sleep, bro. Money don't sleep.
That's what I'm saying. How we doing?
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get the work in.
Attack.
How was your weekend, bro?
Good, man.
You have a good time?
It was cool, man. Not really good time. More just like.
Let's chill. I saw in your story you went out to like Casa Madera.
Yeah,
oh, gross. Actually gross.
Bro, that was fucking good, man.
It's hilarious. I walked by over there. The lights were off. I was like, oh, he's not in there. Just asleep.
Just, bro, you're just not that.
No, why not? Why the freak not? I'm chilling. How long you been asleep?
Bro, like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh. Alright, bro. So.
What's up?
First off, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah? I'm feeling good. I got a little surprise for you.
What is it?
We gone! Dubai 2024 Q4 locked in.
No way,
Steve
bro.
Rosales.
We're locking in. We're gonna be in Dubai.
We're looking good before Dubai. You ready? Of course. Guys, stay tuned. Content about to go crazy. Let's go. Alright guys, also a beautiful morning with NASDAQ. If you guys look here, classic entry, fibbed up that high to that low, fib retracement to the golden zone, entered where you hit TP1. You can see here TP2 is about to get hit at the bottom of that wick. If I jump on over to the signals chat, you can see it all was obviously called to the signals. Hop back over. Once TP2 is hit, I'm gonna put my stops to break even, close some partials. I did have a bigger stop loss than usual, but it was needed and I'm glad I did, just because I was a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like it's just a little bit safer on the position. But I mean, honestly, I didn't even need it. But partials are gonna be closed. Good trade. Shout out NASDAQ, and now let's go get on the flight. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Peace out of the boy. We out. You get to open the front. This is how you gotta get taken to the airport every time. Oh shit. Cut this shit. I like you kind of hit that kind of hard. All right, peace out, cowboy. Later.
What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing amazing. I want to come break down this trade I took on Jared 30 that went 1 to 15 risk to reward. What risk reward means, if you were to risk 1,000, you would have made $15,000 on this trade. If you'd risk 10,000, you make $150,000 on this one given trade on JR30 that I'm going to go over and break down all the confluences that I use to take this trade, and also show you a reversal pattern I use a ton that helps me make crazy money in the market. So stay tuned, let's get right into it. So like I said, this was on JR30. The German 30 index is the indice for Germany. And you know, it's really volatile during London session, which is the session I like to trade a majority of the time. So coming to the charts a little bit before I wanted to take this trade, first thing I saw is that we heavily melted down, sweeping all these lows, and we were super overly extended. So if you guys watched my last video on how I made $17,000 trading NASDAQ, I used a similar kind of confluence that I used here, which is when price is oversold and you get a reversal pattern, taking price back into discount. If you don't know what discount is, there's premium and discount. All discount is when price has a big impulse in a certain direction. You know, for here, you can mark it up to here, but I probably, you know, I had it right here, is that you mark up the high to the low. And once price comes into 50% of the overall move is considered discount. All right, prices in a discount, the way to kind of put it is that it's, you know, if you go to the store and you have two items that are the exact same price, do you want to pay the premium price for it, or do you want to pay the discounted price on it? You want to pay the discounted price because it's cheaper, right? So when price is overly sold and price wants to keep selling, the higher you can try to buy price, or I mean sell price, is going to get you a better position to then overall sell back down, correct? So, you know, if we're overall bearish and we're correcting into discount, we can look for entries up here to further take sells, right? Or how I did it is that when we're oversold, you look for a reversal and then actually take price back into discount, okay? So let's get rid of the Fibonacci right now just to start, and go kind of to the hourly. So like I said, we kind of came out, and yes, we were bearish because we kind of came up, you know, respected these highs, but then when we came down here and broke structure, I looked left and there was all this liquidity over here to the left that we swept this low and then tapped into here. And then if you think about it, I mean, it actually swept this low. If you kind of zoom in, the one thing I also liked about this is the last low that caused this huge impulse. So there's definitely a lot of liquidity sitting under here because we've never taken it out since then. We've come up, we came back down, never swept it, and then had this whole big move up. And now we're finally in this whole retracement back down to sweep this low over here. So, you know, understanding liquidity and where liquidity is sitting is huge, just understanding where orders are. So once we came down, we sold super hard, kind of consolidated, and had this one big push that to me swept liquidity. And then this is kind of a, you know, this shows the reversal pattern on the higher time frame, but then on the lower time frame is where it makes more sense. But just simply, guys, the reversal pattern I want to show you is just this reverse head and shoulders. Just simply waiting for this third kind of touch is going to save you so much. I usually wait for a big push down, creates some sort of support, it then liquidates that support, breaks it, and then once we can come back and then, you know, show that respecting it, I then look for then the opposing liquidity in other directions to take price to, because it's literally showing you that price is rejecting, showing you that it does not want to stay down in this area. So then the next point it's going to go, if it doesn't want to go here, is back up, right? So that's kind of on the higher time frame. It's actually the lower time frame reversal pattern that actually, you know, was my final confirmation that made me actually get in and have it fly. But let's get into it. So like I said, on the hourly time frame, big dump, we took liquidity, came back down, and then formed this. We started to form this kind of reversal pattern, and then from there, I went down to like the 5 minute. Next thing I kind of did, let's get rid of this. Next thing I kind of did was I looked at this, and then a lot of you guys have seen me fib up, where, like, you know, usually if I was looking for sells, you fib the low to the high, but because I consider this now a liquidity sweep, I went and drew a fib from this low to this high, waiting for price to retrace into this impulse leg, looking for an entry to continue. All right, so as you can see, I set an alert, price came down, respected, hit my alert, let's go to lower time frame, and it formed that reversal pattern that I was talking about. So let's go right here, go here. It did it in two different areas, and I'm telling you guys, this reversal pattern, you know, can really make you a lot of money. So you see here, this was the impulse. We had the pullback to 50%, and all I saw was this was the first liquidation right here because we swept this low, right? Kind of had a push up right here and had one final like push down that to me swept this liquidity and then started forming that reversal pattern right here, right? So now all I did from this point was I noticed price did this. It came down, swept liquidity, and had this big move up, and it didn't close above this high, but it broke structure a little bit. I do like it more when we actually get a closure to like really show that we are shifting structure and that we are going bullish. But to me, this was enough volume to push up, kind of showed me, you know, that it was breaking structure. And if I replay price into here, what you're going to see, if I drop down to the 1 minute, I do trade the 1 minute, you know what I'm saying, is then on the 1 minute, there was liquidity sitting below here. You see these little lows right here to take out. We had a 1 minute demand sitting right here. And when we came down, we didn't touch it here, had a big sharp move up. We then swept that to tap right into the demand. Then we had a little push up that then came and formed this beautiful little reversal pattern on the 1 minute. So we had a 1 hour reversal pattern. We had a 15-minute reversal pattern. Now we're on the 1 minute inside the demand we're interested in, seeing also this reversal pattern. So all I saw also was like this down, down trend line forming as well. We were holding the lows and then still had this liquidity sitting above. So I've kind of mentioned this before, but to me, it's kind of like a slingshot. When price like shows you the direction it wants to go, and it's like pulling back like a slingshot into discount to then boom, freaking just buy right off of it. So as we came down and tap into here, I literally just formed that trend line within this trend line. And the reason I did it was I wanted to get an entry in here. And if we came up and kind of like was rejecting in here, maybe I'd look to go break even, because the last thing you'd want is for price to kind of like break up into here and then continue lower. Like that would be awful, obviously. So wait for the trend line break, got in there, price ended up flying up, all this type of stuff. And I mean, that was basically entry. But as you could see, I want to show you like where I was looking to close my partials and stuff, so you guys kind of understand where I got out of this trade. And the thing I also want to bring up, guys, before I do anything further, is that this isn't just a trade that I found and I marked up and was like, oh, this was a good setup. No, I called this live on YouTube in front of my whole entire community, like I always do, right? So if you guys are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, come trade London session with me. You can see right here, this is the exact trade when we got in here. You press play, you can go through us getting to the trade. And then if you fast forward, down into here, but all those are my best friends, you know what I'm saying? Like all this type of stuff. So you can see here, look what ended up happening, guys, on live in front of everyone. It's absolutely insane. It's not just a trade that I'm breaking down after the fact. I come here and actually do it live every single week on YouTube for you guys for completely free. So play price. If you're interested, go to that live stream and just go and rewatch it. But then also, let's talk about where you want to aim for liquidity to be sitting and where you want to take price to. So it goes back to like what I was saying about the reversal pattern, where it's like, if we are respecting, we've made lows here, we made like this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. If this is truly a reverse head and shoulders, where this is the left head, right shoulder, right? If this is going to hold and you consider this like a big level of support, where is the next level of resistance price should probably head to? So the first area I had was up into here, but then the second one was these New York highs, because to me I was like, this is a low and the highs are all the way up in here, you know what I'm saying? Like all the way up in this area is like the next level that I kind of want to take price to, but also I didn't want to be greedy. I never want to be greedy in my trading. So kind of racing that. The first target I had was the liquidity sitting above here, and let's kind of talk about why. If we zoom in, I wanted to take this trend line break and then come up, and yes, there was, I want to take the liquidity above here, but in my opinion, these London highs were untouched. And I don't know, I don't want to say I wanted to hold all the way to those highs, because like I said, I want to be greedy. So I actually aimed for this high to get taken out. You see there's a little wick right here, that price, it came up, tapped into like here, like if you were to fib, right here into right here, you see it was just a pullback into the 50% into discount to continue these sells. So I was like, you know what? There's probably a lot of people who got into sells here, maybe have their tight stop loss above here. If we come up and take this liquidity, this would be the first place I'll take partials. And the reason is a lot of the times what I've noticed is that I could aim for these ultimate London highs and be greedy, whatever. But what I've seen happen is that we'll come up, take out this high, and then come back to break even before going to the final target. So I'm not someone to be greedy and want to leave a bunch of partials, a bunch of, profits on the table. So I literally just kind of waited. Price ended up skyrocketing up, taking out that high. So that was the first place that I actually took a majority of my position. And look at this rejection. Like in my head, I was like, oh, perfect. I got, it's rejecting. I followed my plan. I took it to the place I wanted to. Now I kind of can, leave some partials, put stops, break even, let it go. So, but, as you can see, we ended up just absolutely flying. Once we got up into this area, closed my final partials, and that was kind of the trade, guys. Was taking this last partials up in here, and I ended up closing like right around here. I wasn't in like a huge position, if I'm being completely honest. I did take a majority out of these highs, but it's just cool to like once again go back and see it playing out in real time to the level I wanted it to go, which is back up into here, because it just goes back to the fact that we formed a support down here, we rejected the lows, we swept the liquidity. So where does price most likely want to continue to? Well, probably the next level of resistance, you know, and maybe even all the way up into here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a big believer in liquidity. Price is going to go certain places, take liquidity, then go back up. So I understood this was a big push down. We swept enough liquidity here, swept it again, held the lows, wanted to take it up to the liquidity sitting above here, but it ended up just, you know, keep going up. I want to see what we're going to end up doing, because you can see here that we actually have rejected once we took out those New York highs. And it kind of just, to me, is kind of a reminder of the first reason I took the trade, which is the same reason I took the trade for that last YouTube video that I made a bunch of, you know, money doing, which is taking price back in discount. So I press, you know, get out of replay, go out to, like, you know, let's say the 15-minute time frame. We came down, swept, but we still potentially are still just pulling back within overall these sells. So I'm expecting, yes, we've gotten this push back up, but now we're kind of rejecting. You know, if we go kind of in, you could see we rejected here, formed kind of a downtrend into here. I did have this 15-minute demand marked up for Thursday night. I almost took these buys, but didn't tap in, so I didn't. But there's this nice trend line break to come up. But now that I've seen that we've come up, rejected again into the supply, to me, this is kind of a no trade range as of now. And I'm curious to see which way we're going to break structure, because that's going to kind of tell me, like, oh, are we going to continue higher and get a deeper pullback, or was this just a minor pullback into kind of the 786 into the 62 to then, you know, overall continue the sells? Because if you know, kind of look out, you know, we came up, made highs, rejected again, rejected again, rejected again, came down and rejected again. So, you know, if we go to the hourly, you can kind of see it a little bit cleaner. But what I mean, and I'm sorry my chart doesn't look the cleanest right now, is that we formed highs up here, had to push down, we channeled up, formed more highs right here, channeled down, came back up, formed new highs here, and like as you can see, there's all lower highs from the previous highs, and it came back down, formed previous highs, swept liquidity, obviously formed a support, but then pulled back up and are rejecting again. So we could get a deeper pullback to maybe make another lower high, but overall this looks like a big downtrend to maybe get up here and then continue the sells back down. So that's kind of my analysis as of now. That's my analysis for why I wanted to get into the trade, and that's how you can go and catch a 1 to 15 setup on your own. Like I said, guys, you press right here, you can see 1 to like 14.3. If you like extend it a little bit, you know, probably be like 1 to 15 or whatever. But nice tight stop loss. Didn't put it below the zone, because I knew based upon how the liquidity was taken around here with that reversal pattern that, you know, that was the place I wanted to get into, especially on the 1 minute. And when we got in, I mean, like, guys, I wish this was one of those trades you can get into freaking every day. Shout out Jer, shout out German30, one of the first indices I actually, you know, ever traded, which is absolutely amazing. But nonetheless, amazing trade. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video so that you can go and start taking trades like this. If there was something that I would say to pull out is, you know, taking trades back into discount, and then also just looking for that reversal pattern, because a lot of you guys, you know, will try to buy like right here or something, and what ends up happening is like this comes, it breaks, and then on this pullback, and you're like, oh, it's gonna hold and go, but then instead it'll kind of go like this and just continue lower and stop you out. So simply just waiting for this to hold, kind of form a support, take it out, and then hold again within this overall reversal pattern could potentially save you a lot. So I hope you guys like that. Hope you guys liked the video entirely. Make sure to like and subscribe, and go check me out on the live streams, guys. This was a trade we caught on live, absolutely beautiful. You know, you can see this is the final target. It did keep going, but it's all good, bro. Look, at someone said my TP4 hit. Come on, it's easy money with the gang when you're part of No Limit Trading. So go like and subscribe, leave a comment of something you learned, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, gang. Deuces.